Real life scenario number 9. I experience far too much negative self-talk, critical and abusive internal dialogue. Well, it's time we stop focusing on your few flaws and start focusing on your many strengths, gifts, talents, and assets that you have. When you catch yourself wanting to say something negative, just say to yourself instead, hey, that's not me anymore. I'm better than that. In fact, Bart Smith thinks I'm great. And you know what? I agree. He's right. I'm going to start treating myself like number 1 and talk better about myself to myself from now on. I do have a choice, and I choose to speak highly of myself rather than to put me down all the time. Besides, that gets me nowhere but down in the dumps, and I don't want that for myself anymore. Going forward, I'm going to have Bart's party attitude. Right, Bart? You got it. Because see, where's that negative self-talk coming from? Is it a seed that's planted by other people's comments about you? Oh, you're not going to end up being anything. You're not that great, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, those people, like I said before, they need to go pound sand. They need to take a hike somewhere and not come back. So outsiders have no vote in your internal dialogue. And when it comes to you, perhaps you're saying to yourself, well, I don't know what I got. What am I good at? Well, that's where we start building our building of confidence. One brick at a time. Let's do an inventory of our assets. What are we good at? What do we like to do? What do we want to do? And it's okay to start from scratch. You got an open canvas, open field. Start now, building that which you want to do. What do you want to do? And you could have a full-time day job, but how are you spending your weekends and your nights? Don't be partying in the sense, don't be wasting your time away and don't be watching a lot of television. In fact, regarding the television, and I know a lot of people don't watch television that much anymore, but back in the day, I would have my neighbors, they'd walk by my house and they would catch me sometimes, we'd be out and about like in the street or something. Bart, every time I walk by your house, I never see your television on. And I'm like, oh, gee, that's a compliment. And then what are you doing looking into my house? The point is I don't watch TV. I am my own TV show. I create my life the way I want. I live it, I star in it, I direct it, and I'm having a lot of fun. Plus, I'm not sitting there wasting hours upon hours staring at the boob tube. You know what I'm talking about? And over the years, I've learned to not let people drag me down. They're always going to have their negative opinions because they are just negative people. And so I'm not going to let their negativity spill into my property, my brain. It just doesn't belong there. It belongs on their side of the fence and not my side. And then when it comes to me, I know better. I know only to pump myself up, be good to myself, say good things, say positive things. I'm my own cheerleader because sometimes we don't have one. So we got to be our own cheerleader. Yeah. So when it comes to experiencing negative self-talk, critical and abusive internal dialogue, we're going to stop it now and we're going to start assessing and accruing strengths, gifts, talents, assets that we have. And then watch other people go, hey, you're really good at that. Hey, you're good at that. Ooh, I didn't know you knew how to do that. Well, before you know it, those positive seeds start replacing the negative ones in your mind. And then with yours on top of that, well, now you're unstoppable heading towards lethal confidence, right? Exactly.